Hey, alright, so this, I guess, journal blog video, is about Micah. I've made some Facebook posts about the situation that's going on, but I wanted to kind of make a video that just explains just everything that I've been going through as far as his ABA therapy has been going. This has been pretty stressful, pretty upset because I don't know where this is going to take us. So basically, as everybody knows, I was able to get Micah into ABA therapy a couple of months ago. So he was literally in ABA for about 2 months. Things were going pretty well. He was in it 3 days a week for about half the day for school. He did pretty good. I mean, he still had a few outbursts. For example, one of the last weeks before Christmas break, he ended up biting his teacher. I don't know exactly what happened. They just explained it to me that he was running around in circles. Apparently, they told him he can't do that. I don't know if he just, started panicking and thought that he was in trouble or something or what, but that led into a big tantrum, and then eventually he ended up biting his teacher. Not too long after that, he had another meltdown at his jiu-jitsu class that resulted in me having to carry him, like football carry him out of the building. And, Micah's not little anymore, so it's not as easy to, carry him off, like when he was a toddler. So that's kind of where we are now. So basically what happened is the place that he's going currently decided that they are no longer accepting the insurance that he has. Micah is on state insurance, so I'm kind of just at the liberty of that. I called the state up. I said, hey, his provider's not accepting his insurance anymore. I need to switch. Unfortunately, we're not in open enrollment time. So I had to, put in an appeal to get his insurance changed to one that they would accept. So this probably wouldn't, be a huge issue, but if you are someone who has a child on the spectrum, or you're trying to get your child diagnosed, or you're currently in ABA, then you know how long the process can take. I've had several people, try their best to offer me advice and things like that. But one thing that I need for people to understand who aren't on the side of it is that the waiting list for these programs are anywhere between 12 plus months long. So if Micah loses his spot at this place that he's in, it's going to be another year before he will get into another place. So on top of that, I also have to find another place that accepts the insurance that he has. So yes, I have called his insurance, and unfortunately the only other place that they have available is down in Nashville. So the issue with that is I have to call them. They would have to reevaluate them, decide what program or what his needs are. Then he'd have to go on another waiting list to see what the criteria is for their program and all these other things. Meanwhile, Micah's going without therapy, and if you're familiar with how things were before Micah was in therapy, I basically could not work because I was having to pick Micah up from school every single day. He was being suspended at least twice a week. There was not a day I was not getting a phone call from the school about Micah. Because he was having a tantrum, he was disrupting class, he was hitting, crying, kicking, destroying the classroom. So it's imperative that he not lose this therapy. So currently my cutoff was the 31st of December, which I very clearly stated that to TimCare. But unfortunately, when you're working with the government or anything to do with state or whatever, it takes forever. So it is now January 10th, and they are still, quote unquote, coming to a decision to decide whether or not Micah meets the hardship requirements to change his insurance over. I have been on the phone with them almost every day, minus the last couple of weeks, because Christmas was just, up. They were telling me I have to wait so many days. I just called them yesterday. They said call back on Friday. And so I'm basically, going around in circles. I did contact the senator. I was told to contact the state representative for this area. I'm kind of sad. The state representative I have to contact is actually some Republican guy. So I'm trying to not be judgmental that I have to contact some old white Republican dude. But I'm hoping that my voice will just sound wide enough to where he'll care enough to hopefully help me get this situation rectified. So I'm going to call them back on Friday, even though technically the day they have to come to a decision is Sunday, but the rep on the phone told me to call Friday just to see if maybe they've decided something by then. I'm hoping they say yes. I mean, I'm trying to be positive because it's taken them this long to come to some kind of decision, so they technically haven't said no yet. However, in the meantime, Micah's therapy has been suspended, so he has not been in therapy for the last 2 weeks. It is already starting to show. His behaviors are definitely changing. He's just going back to how he was before, and I'm like, I don't know. So it just kind of sucks because Amanda's leaving, and I'm like gonna be here by myself trying to handle Micah, which I've done well. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, he's not impossible. It's just, it is easier when you have more than one person in your house to help you out. But anyways, so that is what's going on with Micah and his therapy. I'm just waiting to hear something from somebody. If they deny Micah's therapy, I am going to do probably a couple things. One, call the state representative up to see if he can overturn the decision to allow Micah to keep his therapy. His therapist did contact me to let me know that they have him on a suspension, so they are holding his spot as long as they can. So they are kind enough to do that because, I was kind of put in a hard situation where I literally had like a month to get all this fixed, and it's not open enrollment time. And then two, if I still can't get that fixed, I'm going to have to homeschool Micah. If I homeschool Micah, that means I have to, I'm going to have to stop doing massage. I can't manage working at massage. I can't manage my massage business and trying to homeschool my rambunctious autistic child at home. As far as making money, I mean, I have started my travel business. I mean, it's kind of in the beginning stages, so I'm not making that much money right now, but I'm just going to have to hustle harder to try to make that into a more full-time position, just to try to make some kind of money, so we can survive. So that's what's going on for that. Another kind of catch-22 about this is if I do manage to get Micah's insurance changed, my insurance changes, because I'm actually on Micah's insurance. So at this current moment, I'm getting all of my my own health issues taken care of. But if Micah's insurance changes chances are my insurance will change, and then I'm probably going to lose a lot of my referrals that I just got, but, you know, it is what it is. So, anyways, this video was a little longer than I meant for it to be, but the situation is pretty much got me pulling my hair out, because there's nothing I can do except call people on the phone and write letters. Like, I can't walk into a building, I can't talk to anyone higher up, I can't even get anyone to transfer me to anybody higher up. Like, there's no one higher up to talk to unless I call up the state representative. And since they haven't come to a decision, I don't even know if calling a state representative is really going to do anything right now. So, anyways, I will talk to you guys later. Bye.